Okay, folks, so we said we needed to make some sleepers. Now, the idea is you just got to find a sleeper that you like, and preferably something nice and old. Okay, so your desired size and shape, that's all you need. We've got a silicone rubber mixture here, which we followed the manufacturer's instructions. Cleaned this up, we've given it a bit of a wipe, and to start the first process of how we're going to make our sleeper, this is what we do. We've got our mixture there. Garth, whack this in, and it's gorgeous. Look at this, it's like bubble gum. Whoa. Okay, we take that, take a bit of this. Yum. And then you put your first layer on. And you are going to coat your entire sleeper. So top, sides, and sides. Not underneath, obviously, because you don't need that. So all the open, clear sides of your wooden sleeper, you're just going to coat. Nice thick layer of this. Follow the directions, and the directions tell us that we've got to put 3 layers on. And by the end layer, I can imagine this stuff's going to be really sticky. Done. Finished. We've left it to dry 24 hours as directed, and now what we need to do is pull this guy off. We're going to work it off the edges here. And how's your side coming off there?
It's all right. It's a little bit hard, but it's fine.
All right, grab that corner over there.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Let's pull. Pull it. Awesomeness. Take a look at that. We've got a mold, a perfect silicone rubber mold. And check at this, look at the grooves. Look at the texture in here that it's taken on, even where those little holes were that were plugged in the original sleeper that we had now. So let's take this nice wooden sleeper and put it back in the garden where it belongs. You're right there, Garth.
Yep.
Cool. Now, folks, next step is, obviously, you can understand that if you had to throw a concrete mixture into this guy, well, it's simply just gonna kind of ooze out the edges. So what we've done ahead of that is we've actually created a little boxing which is going to hold our mold. So we could measure that up before we actually rip this off, because we had the dimensions of the sleeper. So we're good to go, all set. All we got to get right now, go and sort out our mixture, and let's throw our first sleeper.
Exciting.
The mixture that we need to use to make our concrete sleepers is as follows. It's 2 parts of river sand, 1 part of stone, and 1 part of cement. So we've got a 2-1-1 ratio. The trick here is that we're going to be adding in a product which is called an oxide. Now, oxide you can get at any hardware store, and basically all it does is color the cement. So you can get brown ones. What other colors, Garth?
Oh, red oxide.
Yes.
There's some in a green. You can go anyway.
Cool. So let's get the river sand in first, Garth. One part stone. Cool. Right, and this is when we get to add the oxide. Now, it's important that you add the oxide into the dry ingredients. All you got to do is follow the instructions on the packet. And that also depends how much oxide you use, depending on the darkness that you're wanting to achieve in your sleeper. For us, in this mixture that we've got, which is based on buckets, we want to use half a packet, so it's 250 grams of the oxide. So we just sprinkle it in. Go for it. Garth, are you happy?
I'm happy with it, Tanya.
Okay. Garth, let's get some water in this baby.
Okay.
Let's have a look here. Okay, this is going to form nicely into our sleeper. Ooh la la. So what are we working with? Yeah, quite thick Greek yogurt. That's the one that we want. Okay, let's get it into the bucket and let's go and mold our first sleeper. That's it, Garth. Okay, folks, so this is the part where we get all excited. We've got our mold already in the boxing. Our concrete mixture. Garth, let's whack it.
Okay.
First bit in, halfway in, I guess. Okay, let me give you a hand here. There we go. In you go, baby. Walk. Easy, tiger. Okay, work it into the edges, making sure that you're taking a trowel, agitating the edges, because the smoother and the more you get it in there, well, the smoother it's going to be. And it's going to take on these beautiful lines of the mold that we got from our original wooden sleeper. Now, this is the trick, which is going to save you a lot of time and money. We've taken a little piece of polystyrene, and note that the polystyrene is much smaller. We've left a nice gap on either side, because what this polystyrene is basically going to do is form a cavity so that the whole thing doesn't have to be solid concrete, because it's a waste. It really doesn't have to be. So we take this little piece of polystyrene, work it in here, making sure that it is level with the end of our silicone rubber mold, and then we're just going to fill in between the gaps. Okay, let's do it. Right? Fantastic. What's next?
Okay, Tanya, what we have to do here, we've got to, because, you know, concrete, it's got a lot of pressure and everything, so it's going to push the polystyrene up. I suggest just put a bit of weight on it.
Okay, perfect. So it's not going to move. Last thing, rubber mallet, guys, and just go along and tap along the edges. As you're tapping, you're going to be getting rid of any air pockets. You can... Cool beans, Garth. In the bag and looks good. All we got to do now is wait for it to dry, of course. And that's probably going to take minimum of 5 days. Make sure that it really is dried well, so that when you do get to taking your silicone mold off, that there are no accidents that are going to happen. Make sure it stays nice and level in a dry place, and you're good to go. Right, folks, so our concrete sleeper is dry. It's good to go. Okay. Let's start with this little polystyrene bit in here. Might be a bit tight. Oh, look at that.
Lovely.
Fantastic. Now I think we should just undo 1 or 2 screws on the boxing. That's just going to make it easier to handle. Right. Cool. Let's go your way. Here we go. Let's pull it a bit this way further. That's it. And go. Right. Lovely.
Wow.
Okay. Are you ready for this? Let's go. Let's go. Oh my
Lordy.
Shattered nerves. Awesome.
My.
How gorgeous is this?
We are good.
I love it, guys. All we got to do now, Garth, is make another 8. I love this, folks. Awesome. Pretty simple. There it is. Dead easy. You can make as many as you want. And remember, with that mold, you've got about 60 to go.